Hello, everybody. Just wanted to say hi and reconnect and see how you're all doing and feeling in these unusual times. It's been a little while since I've been on social media. Gosh, I guess it's almost a month, 3 weeks. I don't know where the time is going. But anyway, during this time, I've been sort of going inwards, leaning in and spending more quiet time than normal. Anyway, it's all good. And most people, it's a tough time for most people. It's I've had my moments too. It's like a roller coaster, an emotional roller coaster, a mixed bag from could be fear, from anxiety, from worry, to feeling centered, feeling things are going to be okay, feeling hopeful, enjoying the stillness, being impatient, not knowing when this quarantine is really going to come to an end. Maybe being a little bit short-tempered with your loved ones, maybe being a bit anxious, maybe really being appreciative and grateful for all the things we have. Total mixed bag. And what I'd like to say about that is it's normal. It's part of being human. As human beings, we have feelings, and that's what makes us different from everything else. Let me put my cup down. Human beings, we feel when it's good and bad, and maybe the gift in the not so great feelings is that we are really appreciating when we have the ups. In order to appreciate the ups, maybe we need to have more downs, who knows? But anyway, what I would like to add on that is that it really is okay, wherever you have been feeling, to really acknowledge it, to acknowledge who you are, to acknowledge your feelings. You have come this far. We're here. I think we all need to give ourselves a little pat on the back and say, and also acknowledge how adaptable we all are. I mean, it's quite amazing. We've all adapted very quickly to these harsh conditions, really. So here we are, another 4 weeks or so, or who knows, to go. And what I'd like to talk about is how to use this time to really make it valuable for our lives as we move forward. And what kind of inspired me to talk about this is that when I was sitting here having my nice cup of tea, and I was really appreciating my lovely tulips here, and this daffodil that's not meant to be here, but it's actually a beautiful addition. And less than, I guess, almost 2.5 months ago, I planted these bulbs like this. So, and here we are a little over 2 months later, and they have grown into beautiful, just beautiful tulips, beautiful flowers, giving me so much beauty, and in the process just joy. So when I sit here and just look at their beautiful colors, and they're just so happy, I can't but feel happy. And then the thought came to me, we are like the bulb right now. We have been planted. The gift of this virus maybe is that it planted us. We are now dormant, like the tulip bulbs were dormant for almost 2.5 months. We're into this over a month, and we're going into another month. So while during this dormant time, maybe we can really look at it as a time to see how we can use it for our benefit. The tulip, the bulb, grew into something beautiful. Maybe we can use this time, this dormant time, this time of gestation, incubation, to birth something, to grow something, and that will make a huge difference in our life for the better. So I would ask you, at the end of these 4 weeks and or more, the rest of your life, who do you want to become? What is one quality that if you had born in you would really add value to your life and help you be help you to grow and be a greater expression of who you are and impact the quality of your life? What would you like to have born in you? What would you like to grow in you? Let's take a quality, pick one quality that if it were to grow and expand in you, what difference might it make? For me, it's the quality and the value of appreciation. I've mentioned it a few times. I find since I've started appreciating the little things, I am much more joyful. And it's just in the process of appreciation itself. Like when I'm appreciating these flowers, I'm actually being more present with them. And in the being present, my mind is focused on them, meaning it's not running around thinking of 1,000 other different things. So when I'm thinking of them, I can't be anxious or fearful or worrying about anything. I'm taking in, I'm accepting, I'm leaning in, I'm appreciating. So I intend this next 4 weeks to, build that quality, fertilize that quality even more in myself, and to appreciate life much more. So what might be a quality or a value you could incorporate? Let's pick courage. What if you were to plant this value, quality of courage in you and really nurture it during this month? What new decisions might you make if you came from a place of courage that before you would not have made? What action would you take if you came from a place of courage? Faith might be another one. If you were coming from faith, with a leap of faith, what might you do? What's something new you might do? What about love? How would you show up, and how would you communicate, and what kind of decisions would you make if you came from a place of love? If that was your bulb that you nurtured through all this month, and then it was with you for the rest of your life. So I'm asking you to think about that. What quality can you plant during this time and really grow and expand that'll be of value to you and for the rest of your life? And another thing is you can use this month to create something. What can you create? I'm sure maybe it's a business idea that you've never really got started. Maybe now it's time to start. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's a garden project. Maybe it's a painting project. For me, it's following a desire. It's almost like a life purpose, a desire I've had, a desire of the heart of how can I find ways to bring joy, make people smile. So I am going to spend from now the next 4 weeks or so really leaning into that and listening and finding ways that I can be a source of uplift others and be the reason to make others smile. So that's my creation. So I ask you to spend time and think about what can you create that at the end, as you approach May or go into May, that will give you more satisfaction and fulfillment, and this month will not be wasted. So this is a really important time. Again, just look at these beautiful tulips and the daffodil. 12 or plus weeks ago, they were just bulbs planted in, dirt, and look what they grew into. They've been nourished with beautiful water and the soil. And likewise, we're planted, and you might say, shoot, it's like that dirt, I feel like I'm planted in SHIT. No, how about looking at it as fertilizer? Fertilizer will help birth something, enhance something, grow something. So what can you fertilize in your life this month? What can you grow? What can you create? So just ask you, please don't waste these 4 weeks. We never have a time like this in our life. So let's create a direction in your life. Let's focus on creating a really worthwhile direction. Let's listen to your heart as I've been listening to mine. Sigmund Freud once said, we become our heart's desires. Let's plant and fertilize. Let's first discover them. and plant and fertilize our heart's desires during this time while we're planted. And let's turn that perceived SHI into really amazing fertilizer, really nutrient fertilizer. And let's create something magnificent during this time. Let's birth something magnificent in this time, so that at the end of it, our lives will be so, how would I say, amazing, more expanded, spicy, just more enriched. So I wish for you an amazing next 4 weeks of being planted, focusing on your own, your good and your life and what it is where you want to be, who do you want to be about, and what do you want to create. For all of us, I wish us all just much joy and just heartfelt love and appreciation and many blessings.